Hey, aloha. It's Skyra from Sovereign Vision Temple. Thanks for joining me on this channel today. I tried to do my video last Sunday and I couldn't seem to get the video to work to get um, it published, so I just gave up. Sometimes when we can't get things to work correctly after trying and trying again, we can just let it go, and that's really what happened. So I'm attempting again today. And really, what I've been moving through a lot over the last couple of weeks has been kind of a place of quietness, going within, uh, witnessing, listening. And I also went through another transition. So I said that the next time was going to post a video, I'd be in a different location. And so I am now back in Hawaii at the moment. And it took a little bit of time to adjust to the different environment and my current situation. So thank you for being patient. Um, and I've also really have been um, attempting to discern what it is that I want to speak about. What is this channel? And I'm going to go ahead and just get started because otherwise I can just keep talking in circles and talking in cycles. And basically, what it is our inner power, coming from a place of developing our own inner power and our own wisdom and our own discernment, to know that we are our own source of power, that we as a collective have given our power away. And what is our power? Our power is our spiritualization. It is the power that comes from our the energy, spiritual side of us that has been disconnected through our own mind, our own thoughts, and through a lot of psyops. It's not just our fault. There's no shame, there's no guilt there. It is There has been a lot of manipulation in our current reality, in our world, in our earth, in our current experience that has allowed people to not know the truth, to forget who we are, and to make us believe that we need something outside of us to save us, to fix us, to heal us, to bring us happiness, to bring us peace, to bring us joy. And the truth is, it's all within us. It's already here. We already have access to all of that. We have access to abundant health, to joyful living, to know that we are free when we become balanced in our own inner world, when our inner state becomes balanced and we're able to look at ourselves, look at our own mindset, our own thinking, and to see where we are triggered, where are things that seem to exist outside of us that seem to cause us suffering. Is it the neighbor whose dog is barking, like was this happening constantly here? Or is it the state of the world that somehow um, all of the suffering that we seem to be witnessing is somehow reflected in our own world? And of course it is, because we're human. If we were not human, we wouldn't be we wouldn't be affected, because we have a conscience, because um we have compassion. However, what is reflecting on outside of us is a because it's a collective disease. It's a collective disease of moving away from the spiritualization of our soul into this place of separation where we give our power away. That is really the we are how we where are we victims? You know, look at our mindset. There is a psyops of negativity that has been implanted in us and our mind. And I'm speaking from very, very direct experience. I spent most of my life believing the untruth, believing the lies, believing that somehow that we had to live in suffering, you know, and because we forgot who we are, we have forgotten that we are nature, that we are part of nature in on this earth. However, we are spiritual beings that have and carry the power within us to create a beautiful reality. However, it seems that our collective, our especially in the United States, which is going to be a reflection of our collective reality, that we are getting ready to experience another psyops, you know, because we believe that we are living in some kind of a true government system that's designed to save us and fix us when it's actually been completely weaponized and demonized, um, that we need to be controlled like children. We have allowed this government, a system of greed and control to take over, to tell us how we are supposed to live, to tell us how much money we're supposed to pay. And this has been going on for millions of years. You know, we're just in another because our time, there is no linear time. Time doesn't go from one thing to the next. It is cyclic. Cyclic. It's the feminine. And they have lied to that because they've taught us that it's a linear timeline that just goes from, oh yeah, we started from the dinosaurs and now we're here, right? And the reality is that we have had, I believe it's that we're on the sixth epoch of humanity on this earth because we have managed to destroy ourselves over and over. Um, it's because we keep giving our power away. We keep looking for someone to fix us, to save us. We want to be victims. And then until we remember our power, and it's happening now. That's the good news. The good news is that we are remembering who we are. We have assistance coming in from the other planets, from the stars, from our collective our ancestors, and from our the light beings on other planets are coming. The Schumann resonance, the Earth's frequency is raising now, and those who don't won't allow to become and to heal that inner uh density, the physical density, will not be able to reside on this planet. That is what's happening. You know, we're in a we look outside of, we think that we uh need to have chemicals to heal our body. What we don't understand is that when anything manifests in our body as physical illness, it is a direct downward flow from our spiritual reality, from our spiritual world. If we correct the spirit, that's why we see spontaneous healings from people who have gone to have believed all of a sudden they know who they are. They know that God's power moves through us. And when I say God, I'm not talking about this religious man up in the sky. I'm talking about the all that is, the all presence, the energy of of everything, of this whole entire everything that we are and have and are and be will ever be is what God is, and we are that. We are that creation. So with if we can understand that, and that's what they have been trying to keep from us. They didn't want us to know our power. They didn't want us to know that when we embody that power inside of us, that we have the power to shift our whole entire planet. We have the ability to shift our entire universe because we carry the universe inside of us. We are nature. So if we can look at if we understand how nature works and the balance in the gut biome and the biome of the soil, and that the food that we have here to eat is nature, that we are part of that. And if we have imbalances in our gut and our food system, and giving we're suppressing our emotions and our our body in some way, that we are not in tune with nature, that we are not in tune with our divine rights, our divine divinity within us, God's law in nature, then there's an imbalance. And we forget that we are free. We are already free. We, the closest we can become to that, to stop the mental chatter, because you can say that the devil, the satanic forces have used mind manipulation, mind control, um, to disempower us, to make us feel that we are small, to make us believe that we have to wait for something to come save us. And we are that. How do we do that? How do we become empowered? You know, I can sit here and preach that all day long and and say that we need to become inner powered. We need to know who we are. But what does that mean? That means that we have a connection to our spirituality. We have a connection to earth, to nature, that we go out in nature, that we can listen, that we can hear. There's a balance of the masculine and feminine, that we have emotional sobriety, and we are not in a dependency on any one thing to somehow make us feel better. You know, and this is not like, this is the probably the suffering. We have to experience the suffering to get there. And so many people don't want to feel suffering. We want to just feel good all the time. And we want to just disassociate and to bury our head and not and to believe that. And then so what it's been created on this earth is like this massive separation from each other. You know, we have these psyopses happening. We forget the healthcare system has separated us, you know, into pieces and parts, that our body doesn't work together. And, you know, when we understand that everything is connected, and even that person that is walking or making a comment on your post on social media that you get triggered by, all of a sudden, that person is showing you where you're not free. It's showing you where there's something in you that is not able to just let it go and to realize they're having their own experience. It has nothing to do with you. And that's not an easy task, especially when we have been, you know, especially when it comes down to family. What about when it's a family member? What about it's when it's somebody that we're supposed to really love? You know, this is where we're moving toward this deeper understanding of ourself, so that we can have better communication. We can have our heart are opening. We are experiencing more compassion, but we're also learning where to say no. and to establish boundaries because there are so much of that right now. We're experiencing such a massive imbalance in our collective. And guess who's here to fix it? We are. Those of us who are awake, those of us who see the illusion, those of us who've always been told that we're crazy, those of us who have always been the black sheep, all those of us who have known that something was off, that this way that we're living is not conducive to life. It is not designed for us to live in our creativity and our joy and our passions. Is designed to control and for greed and for manipulation and to keep us small. And our job is to feel and heal all of those parts inside of us that somehow feel separate, that somehow feel disempowered, that somehow want to give our power away, that where we are missing our our intuition, where we're missing our knowing, that we're not listening to our body. Those are the places where we will take our power back. This is where we're moving toward as a collective. I also want to just mention something about, I'm going to stop my, I'm going to slow it down because I can get really passionate and I start speaking. And sometimes it'll just channel through me. And I don't consider myself a channel, but I'm a channel for spirit. Um, and then I just slow it down and come back into my humanity because we're all moving through both worlds. We're moving through the world of our humanness and the world of the spiritualization on this planet right now there because there is so much separation, there is so much division, there is so much suffering right now because that is what it's required to heal our collective. It's going to be quite, that's why we individually have to experience suffering. And what has, we've been taught that we're not supposed to suffer, that we're supposed to always feel good. And it's in our suffering where the healing comes. And some of us make it and some of us don't. That's just the reality. And we get to come back and try it again. And, I really, the original design of this planet Earth was a 5D frequency of love and oneness and unity. And yes, I come from other star systems. I've been in other star systems, and that is my other side of me that really has a hard time in this dense planet. And I can go very dense, and I've also been in the negativity, psyops, um, because which is usually a fear of your own power, the fear of your own knowing, the fear of your own intuition, the fear of your voice, the feminine energy that has been cut off from this planet because they knew if they could create an imbalance in that it would completely destabilize the planet. So our job is to bring back the feminine energy within us so that we can reestablish it. And that's men and women. This is not, I'm not talking this goddess femininity. I'm talking about the characteristics of femininity, an open heart, our intuition, knowing who we are, knowing knowing the flow of life, the cyclic nature of life, the moon, the water, not the linear, structured, overly structured control. And what's happened with a lot of women is we have been indoctrinated into this masculine patriarch society, and we fear it. And then what's happened is we not only fear it, we don't even know, we don't even see, because it's we just think that's normal. We're afraid to be creative and express ourselves. We are afraid to use our voice. We're afraid to speak. We're afraid to cause waves, which has been um, happening for so long. You know, you can look back at some of my other videos where I was processing all that, and it started, it's been it's been indoctrinated into our our reality, into our energetic frequency for eons, and has been perpetuated through religious structures and systems and governments. Um, and but the truth of all of this is it wasn't just in um, this last, few thousand years. This has been going on for millions of years on different planets. Cosmology, it's been um, this is a spiritual warfare, something that we have been dealing with for millions of years. Um, and the beautiful thing is that we are remembering, we are coming back to balance through suffering, through suffering. What is the quickest way to to change that? To live in this world full of suffering is to create our own inner reality, our own inner world, not of delusion, because we have to know we can't bury our head and pretend that nothing's happening, because that's bypassing. And that's easy. We have to be able to see it within ourselves first. Where are we controlling? Where are we manipulating? Where are we not able to let go? Where are we um living in fear? Where are we allowing our own suffering? And I'm speaking again from a lot of experience, and perhaps when those of us who can see this want to sometimes be like, there's no hope, and I mean, I've been there as well. And that's exactly what this, I'm going to call it demonic, um, evil, uh, perhaps that is it. Or is it just that they forgot who they are? Have they forgot their own light? Have they gone so far into the darkness that they just need to be loved back into the light? Something to think about. And that goes with anybody, any level of darkness. The more that we can love ourselves on an individual level, so that we can love others, forgive others, to maintain emotional sobriety and peace, even whatever's coming from the outside. We can stay present. And that is the walk. That is the spiritual walk. And it's not, if it was easy, then everybody would do it. But those of us here are here to start that walk for humanity. We came and arrived to begin that walk so that we will clear up that walk, clear up the path that was laid for us, from our ancestors of separation back into oneness, into love, into unity, and into peace on this planet. And that's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. If you resonate with this, with my channeling, with my speaking, with the things that I say, I invite you to like or subscribe to my channel. I appreciate those who make comments, those who are engaging. I said that I was going to have some announcements for those who are watching my channel, who are engaging, who are here to do the inner work to become free, because that's what true freedom is. It's not out anywhere outside of us. It's right here, right in our heart, right in our mind. That is where true freedom lies. And so if you are interested, I'm going to put a link into the description of this video, and you can subscribe to the mailing list so that I'm going to be sending invitations to live gatherings so that we can engage with each other, because I'm not here to be a guru. I'm not here to be, I have a certain level of inner understanding. Um, but I'm also human, and I'm not here to tell everybody what to do. I'm here to also listen, and that's the thing. I want us to engage. I want us to move together, to heal together, to work together. And if you're interested in that, in attending any of the gatherings, please, um, go ahead and sign up on the email that is going to be in the description. And I will be talking about more of that in the details, and I'll be sending out email notifications for when those come. Anyway, thank you so much and have a beautiful day. Aloha.